Seth, where are you with like dreams? Seth, are you living your dream?
Absolutely. I want it to be as ordinary as possible, and it's happening. Uh,
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I really got to a point in my life where it's like, you know what? This whole special thing is a lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there are words like extraordinary, and its roots are extra and ordinary, and I can be both of those.
This is Advice from Strangers, the podcast where we ask people we've never met to solve our most intimate problems. I'm your host, Bridget Kimbrough. Let's do this.
I was thinking yesterday, I was like, what the difference is going to be just in your morning conversation, chatter, banter with an unknown person versus later in the day, like anything, like even with your friends, like I'm more mellow in the morning.
Oh, no. This is like a terrible idea. Because, like, he just got up. Like, he was like, I work from 8 to whatever.
Right.
So this is him at the very beginning of his day. And then he's going to, like, take a shower and drive to work. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is 3 hours before he has to be at work.
That's all right.
I think he's like hitting the alarm and stumbling over. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of.
Get real unfiltered honesty, I think.
Oh my God. All right. Brandina, we're going to pick a topic and we're going to let Seth in. Just to call out that our guest today is a true stranger. I do not know this person. You do not know this person. I know absolutely nothing about him except for his name, and that's it. So he's game to let us pick a topic. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Your topics are: how do I start over without starting over?
Ooh.
Is it time to lower my standards? How do I hold on to inspiration?
Ooh.
Should I get my house in order or my dreams in order?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
And what are we going to do now?
Okay. I'm going to have to go with, should I get my house in order or my dreams in order? Because I've been nonstop watching International House Hunters and I kind of want to run away.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're bringing him right in.
Oh.
Good morning, Seth.
Is this working?
It is working.
Good morning.
Is this thing on?
You can hear me well?
Yeah. Okay. We're going to do something right now, Seth. I'm going to make you do it with me.
All right.
Here, put your hands right here.
Okay.
Okay. You have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm bringing you up. We want to bring your energy level up.
There it is.
I think I should do this every morning.
You gotta wake the nervous system up. I just made that up. Copyright BK Broiler. All right.
Good job, Bridget.
Let's get into this. You can do it loud. Now, are there people in the house with you?
Sure, but they'll just wake up. It's fine.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Hang on. I have this short man complex where my thing is really tall and then my chair is really tall. It's like I'm sitting at a bar.
Oh,
yeah.
But then eventually the stool will start lower. See how much taller I am now?
Yeah, I'm low.
Are your feet dangling?
There is a stool beneath my feet to keep them from dangling. So that's legit what's happening. Yeah. Okay. So, Seth, please meet Brandi. Brandi, please meet Seth.
Hi, Seth.
Hi, Brandi.
I'm Bridget. Seth, we appreciate you so much coming in and being one of our first official strangers. So most of these, it's been me putting strangers together, but maybe I knew both people. And so you are one of the like, don't know Seth at all, know nothing about him situation. So really happy to do it and excited for you to let us take control. So we're going to go straight into Brandi's chosen a topic for this morning.
Great.
And it is Uh, should I get my house in order or my dreams in order?
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think you should get your house in order. Uh,
Okay.
Not to say that the dreams shouldn't be put in order, but I don't think dreams require organization. Um, I think your
Oh,
house does. I think your
why
house
do
does.
you think dreams don't require organization?
Um, I because well, I guess what are we talking about? Dreams? Are we talking about our lifelong plans?
I
Um,
mean, I meant it aspirationally, like your hopes and your dreams.
Oh, your hopes and your dreams. I think you
yeah.
mean SHIT over domicile. Um, right? Get your sugar honey iced tea in order versus get your living quarters in order. Um,
I'll just tell you what I mean. I told Bridget I've been watching International House Hunters like a lot. And part of that is that's the dream part is just kind of not having to slowly shift your life, but there is that possibility of, you know what? Yeah, we can just do this. We can just change it.
Grab your dream.
Grab your dream. And I think and that's different for everyone, right? And I'm like my focus more lately on what is my dream is what do I enjoy daily, not this huge picture at the end. And a lot of that, and I'm gonna get heavy, but it's just my life right now. I've lost both my parents in the last 4 years,
okay.
and my mother on her deathbed, no pressure. She literally her last words to me were "Go wild."
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Because
God.
yeah, which is like awesome and beautiful and like and I have not because I've been in grief or we have pandemic and so there's no going wild and I don't want to do it like in this way of like, oh, it's crazy and I just want to, but I do desire a certain daily way of life that, and Seth, you might understand this, you might not, you might have a great spot in LA. We're in Venice Beach,
Uh-huh.
which is fun, but it's a lot of stimulus and I miss trees. I miss seeing critters running around and so I just see all these like quaint European places where you can walk or ride your bike to the market, but you still have like this nature around you, but you're not out in the middle of the woods. Like I don't want to be out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but then it's like, well, is that dumb? They're not to get some form of a nest to be in a place that is a, a better informed and heart decision. So to me, like is it better for, yeah, like right now, should the focus be on us finding, renting a new place that's, gonna be a lot of money or purchasing, which is gonna be a lot of money, but that feels it's like do we dig in or do we just shift all that? It's like you see these people and they're like, you know what, I don't have to stay in the same career, even though we we're trained. Well, there's going to be a pension. There's we have insurance. We have and all that stuff is valid and important. And there's not a lot of time left. I'm 54. Like I've seen the reality of we have no control. You don't know. And even if I live to 80, those last 10 years, I might not be very mobile. I might be. I hope I am. But I've just spent the last 4 years like with the reality in my face. So that's what I mean when I ask. So nothing heavy, Seth. Good morning.
So I feel like the thing about home specifically physically where you live, I feel like it's kind of like from where you go out into the world and from where you retreat from the world. So it has to be safer
Mhm.
than the world, which is why I don't like to work from home.
Yes.
Because I don't want to have
Mhm.
customer energy in my home, right? So
Yeah, that's
I
brilliant.
think it's like the flip side. So like, unless your dreams are inside your home, right? Like, my dream is to have 95 children and they're all running around and they're a singing group and we're like Sound of Music. Then that's possible. Then both solutions will happen in the same place. But 9 times out of 10, like me, I'm a writer, a comedian. I like to perform, all that kind of stuff. All of that's outside the home. So if I'm dream chasing, that's going to be outside of my home. And there's no amount of success I feel I could have with dreams outside if I kept returning to a place that was just in shambles,
Yeah.
either physically or metaphorically when it comes to home. You know what I mean? I just feel like where you have to sleep, yeah, where you have to sleep, where you have to be, yeah, that place has to be calm and chill and be able to revitalize you and all of that. If that place isn't safe, then I don't even know how your dreams grow in a place like that. You know what I mean? I
Yes, I do. I do. And I think that is part of the reason it's been so appealing to see these, it's on TV, but
Mhm.
them
Mhm.
making that happen, because I have not had that since I've been in LA at all. Like,
Yeah.
my husband's in a 1-bedroom rent control apartment that it made no sense for us to get a different place at first. And it was like all of a sudden it's like, I just, you hear the neighbors and they're lovely people. And then, it's just old. You can't control, like, when the fires happen, you want the windows shut, there's no heat. Like, yes, I don't have a safe place, and I haven't had
Yeah.
a nest where, yes.
Are you from Los Angeles?
No, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Ah, that'll do it. So first of all, just yeah, so LA's very old. Old. And there's a lot of misconceptions about Los Angeles because I do believe it's Tinseltown. I do believe it's a really dirty, nasty place with a lot of shiny things hanging from it, so it makes it look nice.
Yeah.
It's tinsel, not gold, not silver. Tin. The good thing about Los Angeles is it's learning to go up. It's finally realizing the population is weird and it's going up. So a lot of new places are popping up. So I will say that since I've lived in Los Angeles, um, I've been kind of like keeping an eye on new buildings, new pipes, new doors, new furnishings. All that makes LA feel a little better. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, these old buildings here just really just make life difficult. It just feels like you're in a wayback machine. I get it.
Like, I was going through menopause, and, like, my husband's advice to me when I first moved there the first summer, I was like, "Oh, it's really warm in here," because by the beach nothing has AC, and they
Right,
didn't need it. And he
right.
goes, "Yeah, just stay low." That's what he said to
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just stay low. Like,
me.
like you just come in the house. You're just lying on the
It
ground.
was
Like, this is as low as I can get.
Just get on your belly.
Yeah, that's
So what we're saying right now is like that you need to get your house in order to get your dreams in order. That's
right.
I
kind
think
of
so.
what we're saying.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think so.
Because it's your sanity.
It is your
Right.
And
sanity.
it's the place where you build, right? So
Right.
you have to, like, if you're building your dreams, you've got to have like stability and be able to like shut down and ramp back up and have that new energy to do those new things.
And
I
to
think
make
so.
a good decision.
Yeah, and to make a decision. And I mean, so making the decision, like, that's a different thing. Let's talk about that for a minute, because um we know how to like make stuff as far as like practical, right? So if I
Right.
say I'm going to get my house in order, we kind of all understand, like, I'm like, oh, I don't have a will and I never, did the blah 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 on the house, and like we all understand what that is. And the dream, whatever it is like less tangible, and how do we actually do it? So Brandy's talking about grabbing it, which to me, top of my head, sounds like the best way to do it is just you just fucking do it, right? And you don't get more down in all the lists that maybe you're going to make and all the steps that you're going to put in to do it. If you know what the dream is, right? Seth, where are you with like dreams? Seth, are you living your dream?
Absolutely. I want it to be as ordinary as possible, and it's happening.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. No, I really got to a point in my life where it's like, you know what? This whole special thing is a lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there are words like extraordinary, and its roots are extra and ordinary, and I can be both of those. Special, this whole thing of needing, there's this thing where you wake up and you go, oh, am I living my dream? And it's like, wow, here's what's crazy. I'm in Chicago. I'm there because I want to live the dream, because the dream was to be on Saturday Night Live. I haven't done that. And, but on the road to there, I discovered the desire to be ordinary, and now I'm living my dream. So I think it's important to have dreams, but it's also important to recognize where you are on the process. But like, I met some women from Iowa who were like, I don't dream. And I was like, oh, like there are some people who close their eyes and see darkness. And it made me realize that like, not everyone's shooting for something. Not everyone's waking up going, I need to be somewhere else. And so I realized that maybe there has to be some joy necessary in the journey, not the destination, right? Like, I have to be able to enjoy the journey. So when you say, am I going to just grab it? Like, for me, that's terrifying because I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that. But I also think you said something earlier, Brandi, about like you see things. And I just wanted to say that what I've learned also about that is that you don't see all of the information. I knew a comedian there's a comedian now who's very famous that I knew back in Chicago when nobody was famous at the time. And so now he's gone from being kind of very unknown to very known. And there was an interview with, they were talking to him about, what did you do? What were you, how would you go from point A to point B to point whatever? And he talked about the traveling and the learning comedy and the watching people and the networking. He didn't talk about living with his grandmother rent free for 4 years.
Right.
It's very easy to chase your dreams when I can live with grandma for 4 years rent free.
Yeah.
So I think that oftentimes we're looking at situations that we don't have the information. We're like, ooh, celebrity diet. Okay, that starts with not having to work today. Do you know how fit I would be if I didn't have to work today? If my 8 hours today was fitness?
With a trainer?
Exactly. So I think that like you have to do it with the information that you have, with your situation. You have to decide what's the best way to grab it with my situation. I think a lot of people have a very guerrilla mentality, right? About things like they have no attachments. They're not connected to anything. They don't owe anybody anything. They're free to go whatever. Those are the dream chasers. A lot of performers, a lot of people were in positions where financially they were taken care of, so they were able to chase dreams. No one really talks about dream chasing with all of these things that I'm already locked into. That's a different thing.
Yeah. Which is what this is, right? You've got to focus somewhere. So by picking one, you are taking the focus away from the other. And so where am I going to put it? and how do I make that pay off?
Right, because you just have it.
Yeah. So the organizing is the like getting your dreams in order is kind of that getting the path together to like get there. So let's talk about that versus grabbing it. What are you thinking, Brandi? Are you thinking
Well,
you want to
I
grab it?
well, I think I'm also like it it sounds so when you describe the women that you met that their eyes are shut and it's just black, but I mean like my whole life I struggled with that concept of what's your passion, because I didn't have a specific one, and my sister did, and it seemed like my mom did, even though she didn't maybe actualize it. She was a writer, and I mean, like she in her soul, she was, and for a long time I was like, I don't, oh my God, I'd be like, I don't know what it is. It hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't hit me. I don't have that like you're kind of raised, at least I was around people that it's like, yeah, what's your passion? You have a and then I finally accepted, honestly, people. Like I love I love interacting with people. I like going also into my home and for 24 hours not doing it at times, and and I have the ability to enjoy every job I've ever had. I find enjoyment in.
Because you're in connecting and engaging.
Right. And so
Yeah.
I finally went, oh, well, that's a great gift. And so I don't have like I don't have a thing that I'm trying to I don't have a thing that I even know the steps to get to, because I don't have per se a dream. Like at this stage, I guess my dream is to just have my daily, have the things that I enjoy, and people and some nature.
I do think that there's not like this one dream scenario,
Sure.
right? Like they're dreams. It's just whatever your dream is like right now in this moment.
Run
And
away to
it,
Europe.
yes, exactly. Like it could also be to be a writer. It could also be to like you could have 30.
Mm-hmm.
I can't the people that they have one dream the whole time, I think that's like the
Rare.
exception of like creatives that just there is a thing that they were meant to do, like
Mm-hmm.
write or paint or whatever, where nothing's going to rival that. Otherwise, it's like when I was 8, I wanted to. When I was 12, I wanted to. And now we're adults with some agency over our lives. So, whatever it is at this moment, should we try to get it?
I want to back up a little bit though to what Brandy was talking about earlier, and I want to say to you first of all, I not that I can apologize for the world, but I will. I'm gonna take it upon myself and just say to you that I apologize that we grew up in a world where we uh, only looked at passions as one thing. We have this idea that they have to be grandiose. And because I
Yeah.
don't have a fantastic, grandiose, I dream. The reality is you might have dreamed of having every color of crayon that ever existed.
Oh, I did.
And had that been encouraged, you might be a crayon mogul today. Um, no,
Yeah.
seriously, like
Yeah.
you
No,
don't
you're
really
right.
understand, like there are so many things out there that exist that we have no idea exist, that we don't even know exist because we don't chase those things down because they're not in the path of chasing that thing that we want to do. That's what I mean by organizing your dream. So it's like if your dream is I want to be a I my dream is I want to be a cartoon, right? But like the reality is you can get into animation and turn yourself into a cartoon and create a comic strip that is you, which would then be the actualization of your dream. But if somebody goes, that's silly, you don't want that, don't be, you know what I mean? So it's one of the things that's
Yeah.
like, so when people say you have no passion, it might not be a passion towards something artistic or creative, but maybe you're passionate about, I don't know, folding your clothes. Like that's a real thing. And I think that we oftentimes
Yeah.
always like equate stuff to, does it pay the bills, or are you going to make money for it? And are you going to, so then if my
Yeah.
dream doesn't align with a money making machine, then all of a sudden that dream's not cool anymore. Like really, it's really important to, I
Or
think,
doesn't count as a dream.
Or doesn't count.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
that's not the case. So it's
Exactly.
like, I think,
Yeah.
you know, so like when people say to you, are you living the dream? It, no, but then that doesn't mean that I'm not nursing my dream or experiencing my dream, or,
Right.
you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because sometimes I wonder, like, you know, the dream was to be on SNL. And then I talked to a couple of people that have been on SNL, and they're like, I'm burnt out. I can't do 6 days a week of creativity. Like it melts my mind.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, did I want that?
Right.
Did I want that? It when I
I
closed
think
my eyes, I just saw myself on TV. I didn't
right.
see myself in a writer's room 6 days a week,
Right.
12 hours a day.
And I think that's been the whole thing. Like, what is this? Yeah, this access point that is like way over there. And so like you the focus for my brain would then ignore some of like what you were saying, where when you're going through the process, what resonates with you in that moment. And maybe that
Yeah.
changes your road to that, you know?
Yeah. And I think that like and then it's also that thing of like um and I think going back to the house in order versus the dream situation also is like life is weird, you know, just as much as we talk about never reaching, also sometimes it's, you know, the reach, the opportunity turns around. Like I remember being young and chasing this young woman, literally. Like I just wanted her to give me some attention, and that was the primary focus. Like just give me some attention, give me some
Yeah.
attention. Like I just really want some attention from you. And one day she stopped and turned around and was like, "What?" And I realized I was not prepared for the attention I was chasing. As soon as she stopped and was like, "What's up? What you got?" I was like, I've been I've been so focused on getting you to turn around. I was not prepared for you to turn around."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
And
That's a great analogy.
and so that I was like, wow, I should be prepared for the things I'm pursuing. And
Yeah.
so if you're not, you run the risk of actually getting there and then not knowing what to do. Um, I feel like going back to the grab it analogy, I feel like, you know, I think sometimes this grab it thing is like the thing is stationary and we're constantly moving, kind of like a merry-go-round and the golden hoop or thing, whatever.
Mhm.
If it's that kind of a situation, yeah, why not grab it? Grab hold of it, because you're the one that's constantly moving and that thing is stationary. But if you're stationary and the thing is constantly moving, I don't know, I might leave it alone. Just because jumping out and grabbing it means now you've put yourself in constant motion, right? Um,
Right.
and are you ready? Just, is that what you want to
Mm.
do?
And are you
Right?
ready for that? Yeah.
Are you ready for
Damn.
that? Are you ready for
Yeah.
constant
Yeah.
motion? Especially when you're in a situation where it's like, I don't want to. I'm trying. Like earlier, you talked about like looking for the calm, like you're missing the trees and the absence of some noise and things of that nature, and kind of looking for a little level of like peace. So this
Mhm.
idea of I don't know, jumping into a tornado in hopes of looking for calm
Yeah.
is a little.
Contradictory, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's just that's what you're doing. Like
Right.
that's I'm just all about being aware of what you're doing. I'm
Yeah.
with all of it. Go for it. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, I think there's the Tupac had this phrase where in a song one time where he said plan, plot, strategize, then bomb first. So I think a lot of times people
Mhm.
talk about the bomb first is like to grab it. So yeah, I'm down with you bombing first. Go for it. You don't have to wait for someone else to come at you to respond. I'm totally down with bomb first. But
Mhm.
the first things he said were plan, plot, strategize, then bomb first. So I think a lot of times we skip the plan, plot, strategize.
Right.
Um, and we just go, I'm dumping first. And then we just start going off and we don't really know what we're doing. Um,
Yeah.
uh, Art
Yeah.
of War talks about like calculated chaos. So I think sometimes grabbing it is chaotic, and yeah, but then those require more.
Yeah.
I mean,
But also that could be good for you.
it could be very good for you, right?
And I like to say like change is always good. Now, is that true? I don't know, but I like to say it. I
Mhm.
like to believe it. Like you don't have to wait for something to be broken to make change. I
Mhm.
like the still and the motion, and maybe the motion is good for you.
Yeah. I think it's. I mean, it's always. I mean, it's almost always going to serve to the good of somebody or something, right? Like everything is about a certain level of goodness, no matter how terrible it is. That's just kind of the underlining tone of it all. So yeah, I'm not really like, and I wouldn't say, don't do anything, don't do that.
So, Brandy and I both have a thing about career paths, and we are constantly having conversations. What was the last one that I was like, oh, I could do that? Maybe we should look into being like mediators. Like, just
Mhm.
we have these like skill sets that could apply
Right,
to a lot of things, and we're
right.
constantly discussing like a new avenue. But it is so hard to. I a few years ago got a life coach, and the first question is just, what is the thing that you would do if you could do anything? And I was like, oh, that's really hard to answer. It's the thing that you could do, like breathing. Like, oh, I know, I feel in my bones. I just kind of believe I'm good at this thing. It's fun for me. It's satisfying. And I can do it like breathing. And it was so hard to answer that question. And it took me like weeks to like get to it. And because then it was these exercises and practices, and it kept coming up with things. And then I would go, but this isn't a job. This is just an art project. Like, this isn't a, and he's like, it's fine. Just like keep going. And like 6 weeks later, I go, this is weird because I'm a visual artist. Like, I went to art school, and I would think that it would be one of those things that I put down and haven't done in a long time, like printmaking. And I was like, but I think it's talking. And he was like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's talking. And he said what I just said to you guys. He was like, you couldn't see that because everybody talks. And so you don't think it's a thing. But it doesn't mean that you don't have like a gift for it. It doesn't mean that like people can't appreciate or enjoy you doing it
Right.
just because it's a thing that everybody does.
It's definitely sleeping for me.
Oh shit. I mean, I didn't even see the
I mean,
limitations
if
of
I
my
could,
dreams,
I mean, think
Seth.
about it. If you think about it, if I could make millions sleeping,
You'd be so rich.
dog, I'd be.
Hey,
Oh my god! Like, let me take a nap. Where y'all want to go this weekend? Okay, let me get a nap. When I wake up, we're going to Aruba.
Lisa.
Yeah, like that's what
yeah.
we're doing. Um, so here's the thing. When people ask me what do I do, I go for the lights or for my soul.
Yes, that's perfect. Right.
And I make a very distinction between the two. We have this thing where we tie dreams to careers, or we tie things that we want to do in life as our dream as a career. The more and more I think about it, I never want the thing I love to do the most to be my career. Like I say, like I'm a writer. I love writing. I'm trying to do like, I want to be like the Black David Sedaris, right? I want to be an American humorist. Do I want to be in a place where the next book I write is going to be the way I feed myself for the next 3 years? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to get to the point where I'm clocking book sales and worried about if it's going to cover this and that. I don't know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
say the time thing, I look at what's important. I've never had benefits before in my life. I have bennies now. That's a
Wow.
different decision.
Yeah. No, yeah, 100.
And now here's the thing. Let's be honest. When I was 23 and I hurt my hand and I had to go to the hospital and my cast and stitches and everything cost me $3,000. In that moment, I was like, I wish I had benefits. One day I'm gonna have benefits. Like that was the dream.
Right.
Now I have benefits. So am I living the dream? Kinda. It's just not as glamorous as saying, yes, I went from being a Walmart worker to now I'm the showrunner of the #1 hit TV show. No, I went from paying cash for injuries to now having $5 copays on major surgeries.
Right.
That's living the dream.
Yeah. I mean, it relieves a lot of stress, you know?
I like we need to collect and check off the dreams because we have met and surpassed a lot of dreams along the way.
Yes, that's true.
You know what I mean? Because my mom, like raising me, my mom, all she ever said was like, I just want to have a job with benefits because like I was like an artistic kid and I went to like art school and she didn't complain about it. She took out a loan, you know what I mean? And she just, her one thing was like, get a job with benefits. And my first real job, I had great benefits. And so like your dreams, your parents' dreams for you, like all that stuff counts and we should stack that.
That's another thing too. I don't think when you really start, again, we glamorize dreams to be so big that we
Yeah.
don't even look at all the little ones that we've actually dreamt and got, dreamt and got, dreamt and got, dreamt and
really
got.
matter and really matter.
And they really matter.
Yeah.
Well, the combination of you saying the thing about the crown box and then Bridget, you saying the thing about like how you went through, you know, okay, what is it? And it's, I love to talk. Like it is, yeah, like to still myself enough to really go through my days and see it and accept it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about, yeah, it's my dream. And there's still a reality to, yes, then making money and stuff.
But then every time you have like a genuine, heartfelt, and heart satisfying exchange
right
with somebody in a store,
yeah,
you're living
it's great.
You are living your dream. You know what I mean? Like that is actually it. You just need to be in the world getting and giving that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you might have a bunch others, but that's one of them and you can do it all the time.
Yeah.
And I just want to say also there's a spectrum within the dream world. And I think that like we have to recognize the difference between doing it on scale and not doing it at all. And this is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, there were many years ago where I was like, you know what? I have to stop playing with myself. I want to be a writer. Like and so then it went from I want to be a writer to I'm a writer. I'm a writer. And then but I hadn't written anything, but it's like I'm a writer. And so then like I started writing stuff and then like I got into like this blog community. Then I like started like selling articles locally or whatever. And so like it's all of this has kind of led up to the book that I'm writing now and things of that nature. So it's enough for me to be actively writing to be like I'm in my dream, that like I'm in it. So I don't necessarily know if like I've reached my dream, but I'm in it. So I think if you're saying like, you know, my dream is to have a house in the woods, okay, then it starts with I have a house in the woods. Like you're saying, Bridget, that visualization. I have a house in the woods. And then now you're in the dream. So maybe it's not as far in it. Like it'll be, if you just start saying, look, I have this house in the woods, right? Like this is where I am, right? Then the next time you go to the store and you start thinking about, do I need this for the apartment? Your mind will go, well, that doesn't fit in our house in the woods,
The
and
woods.
you probably won't buy it, right? And you're
Yeah.
just in it.
Yeah.
And I think once we get in it, then we're like, oh, I'm in the dream.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
And I also, and to double back on the haste, when I say haste makes waste, it doesn't necessarily mean don't do the thing, you know? It just means recognize there's going to be some waste now because we moved a little bit faster than possibly we should have. And I think that's what adds to a lot of the unhappiness with the dream chasing.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I feel like if you factor in the waste all the time,
Mhm.
then you have a better idea of what's going on. And then you can manage that. And I think that
That's
makes things a
brilliant.
lot easier, because I think where most people get caught up, think about it, when people start complaining, what they're really complaining about is the waste
The waste.
involved in their choices.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's like,
There's
you
this
can have it,
unrealistic thing. There's going to be no waste.
and that's not the case.
And that's not the case. Oh my God,
That's not
that's so
the case at
brilliant.
all. That's not the case at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that like
Yeah.
it's when you start really like, oh, okay. I just think when you really plan it out, when you strategize, when you go like, hey, this is going to involve this, when you just get in it, then I think that, yeah, the house in order definitely leads to the dream in order, you know?
That's great. Thanks. Yeah. So, no, like, first
I'm
of
not
all,
kidding.
no,
I'm not kidding.
First of
Yeah.
all, in the first minute that you came on, the thoughtfulness and genuine qualities that you have are so just right there. And
Oh,
like you had to go do something, and I was like, he's so thoughtful. And so thank you just for being you.
oh,
And
well, thank you.
and all this is like a little piece of my dream, having this community connected conversation and opening, different perspective, because Bridget and I talk, you surround yourself with a lot of times like minded, or even if you're different, you're going through the same steps or similar steps. And but both of you have given me some really new perspectives on just functioning through this.
Well, I'm going to thank you both so much. This has been Seth Above and Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having
Amazing.
me.
I would love to have you back again at some point. This was great.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely do this again.
Awesome. This was
Yeah.
great. Have a good day.
Yeah.
You
Great
too.
meeting you.
Great meeting you both. And take care and have a wonderful day. And thanks again for having me on.
Thank you to returning co-host Brandi, ever the enigma and always there when you need her. And a world's worth of gratitude goes to our phenomenal stranger, Seth K. Thomas. Seth is an American humorist and writer residing in Los Angeles. Neither Brandi nor I had ever met Seth, known of his existence, or seen his face before this recording.